Yo everybody, this is Jhammaster J, and I'm coming at you with another Drake Appreciation Day Unpopular review. And this video we are going to do his second mixtape, Comeback Season. And here we go. Drake is a Canadian artist from Toronto. With this second mixtape, I believe he came out of I think he was on the outs of Degrassi at this time. So as he was releasing this mixtape, you could tell his acting career was definitely on the ends. Now, as he was leaving Degrassi, he came out with this second mixtape. Previous to his first one, Comeback Season, as you saw in my last video, was okay, but definitely needed work. For this mixtape, he came out with a video called Replacement Girl, and it was on 106 in Part. It was on BET, which is interesting because a side group like Little Brother couldn't get their video on BET because it was too intelligent. But you see Drake, who isn't signed, no major backing, and he was able to put a nice single with Trey Songz on here. A nice video actually on here, which is actually quite a feat. And he wasn't just an unsigned rapper doing this, because you could say Boosie and blah blah blah, but he was an unsigned Canadian artist getting into the American market, because he was obviously, I've seen a lot of Degrassi people who post Degrassi, their music careers did okay. They've gone on to do pretty well, but Drake actually, this is the first time. The Southern Smoke Theories was just a nice tour around. He was doing shows with Trey Songz, got a first major co-signing from Trey Songz. But this was when he was actually getting into the market. You see him actually doing songs with American artists, whereas in his last mixtape you had Kid and all these other American artists on there, but the only artists that were on the mixtape was Trey Songz, and he did a song with I believe it was Lupe, who I don't know if Lupe got him on the remix, but obviously that was Lupe's song. So this mixtape actually has American features for people like Trey Songz, Andrina Mill, Dwelle, Little Brother, Rich Boy, Malice from the Clips, which is ironic. You obviously have Nicholas F on here still, but you have Fonte and Elzai, who I'm going to talk about in a minute. And then for the first time ever, although there was not really a verse contributed here, fuck it, in this review it will be. You have two features from Lil Wayne. So this is actually not only the first time Drake has done this mixtape in the American market, this is the first time he's actually collaborated with Lil Wayne. So yeah, we have to thank Lil Wayne for this mixtape and getting right into this mixtape. Drake has actually really made a step up on this mixtape. You want to talk about room for improvement? This definitely was a big improvement from the previous mixtape, with nice contributions from Rich Kid, Terrell, T Slack, Boy Wonder, T Minus, Hazel, Nino. I'm sorry if I'm mistaking it. Ninth Wonder, DJ Revolution. Obviously 40 had something in there. And although this mixtape was released on OVO at the time, it was known as All Things Fresh, aka ATF. So you had some pretty nice productions from some of the people on here, like, let's say, the ones that weren't actually freestyled, of course, or the ones that weren't actual songs that were already made, like let's say Replacement Girl. Obviously you seen Boy Wonder and T Minus and Terrell T Slack do their thing. A nice smooth beat just really simple synthesized beat, but the way Drake raps on there like makes up for that beat, and it's so cool and glittery and smooth. You know, you have Hazel doing Give Ya, which was pretty short, but with a nice smooth intro until they start rapping, and it makes it that cool. You have Ninth Wonder on the Think Good Shots beat, doing what he always does with a sample and making it that boom bappy. You know, Rich Kid, not necessarily a fan of some of the songs he did, but you could appreciate what he was trying to do. I don't know who did Man of the Year. If somebody does know who did the production, you can tell me. I know Teach You a Lesson was a piano freestyle too. Someone can tell me who did that. But Man of the Year was a nice piano, nice horn with some beats on there, or Wayne contributing to the lyrics. And although this was not really part of the mixtape, I'm adding it a part of the mixtape because this is literally their first song that they've done together. Ransom. Wow. You know what? I'm getting too ahead of myself here. Let's get to the samples here on there. You know, when you have the presentation, the Donnell's Jones, the This Is Me by Joel Santana. You have a couple of references here and there, but we're talking about Anita Baker's Sweet Love. You know, we're talking about we're talking about a lot of stuff here. You know what I mean? We are talking about so much. The Rich Boy Superfly, that was, you know, previously done, but Rich Boy does the hook on Must Hate Money just to make it that more authentic. And there's a lot of other things like just so many. But the production, although really good, some I wasn't necessarily a fan of because, you know, they're either too short or a little too dated. Like, you could see the sound, you listen to it 5 years from now, you know, you probably aren't messing with it. But one thing I can say, what makes this mixtape stand out the most, not just the beat, is Drake's actual rhymes, his lyrics. When I tell you Drake knows how to flow, this guy knows how to flow, and he could flow well on the Room for Improvement mixtape as well. But the problem is his lyrics were more underwhelming. What makes up now is, you know, Drake's delivery. Drake's delivery is flawless. His delivery is like a huge leaps. His delivery was huge in leaps and bounds. Like, when I tell you this guy knows how to deliver, I mean, he knows how to freaking deliver. I mean, the guy from The Missing You, Man of the Year, Barry Bonds, where he took a shot at Cardinal Official, talking about I have your girl on your knees with her mouth open like a Michael Jordan dunk card. Holy crap. Cardinal, you got bars for that? Because, oh my goodness gracious, what did he do to you? Oh, man. I mean, comeback season, the one line on there on the second half of the presentation where Drake was like, the way I make singles is a process. Get it? Craft, cheese, singles, process. Like, the way he said it was just like, sometimes when it comes to good lyrics, it's not how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it and how you deliver it. And Drake has done, he's got pretty much quotable lyrics on here. As a matter of fact, I haven't done this in a while, but I think it's fair that I hit you with a little something something. I don't think they ready for my wardrobe. I show up right before the store close and blow the fee from my last 4 shows. I do one song and only use 4 flows. She used to be a Christian before, but now all she wanna do is shop at Christian Dior clothes. Like, baby, those are cute, but I adore those. Me and the salesman build up rapport so he understands the fact that I'm spending offshore dough. Cash only transactions, homie, and please no receipts. The feds like to explore those. They can't audit if they don't know I bought it. I've been doing this for years, homie, thoroughly I thought it through. What did it do? I'm currently recording on a track, admitting most of my currency's important, but it's too late now to hit them with legitimate. Hold on, let's start this over. I don't think they're ready for my wardrobe. I show up right before the store close and blow the fee from my last 4 shows. I'm doing one song and only use 4 flows. She used to be a Christian before, but now all she wanna do is shop at Christian Dior clothes. Like, baby, those are cute, I adore those. Me and the salesman build a rapport so he understands the fact that I'm spending offshore doughs. Cash only transactions, homie, and please no receipts. The feds like to explore those. They can't audit if they don't know I bought it. I've been doing this for years, homie, thoroughly I thought it through. What it do? I'm currently recording on a track, admitting that most of my currency's imported, but too late now. It's too legitimate to hit them with lawsuits, even if those are acts that I did commit. Repeat offender, Anita Baker playing in the whip as soon as you pull me over, my sweet surrender. I got a Jewish lawyer as my lead defender, a real manshik. I don't know what that word is. As they say, he's a legal bender. An ATF is present for every regal member. The coalition is so efficient. You have to be invited or there is no admission. We know tradition. We spend money so you don't try to compete if you in no position. I wish you would listen. I take you back to this trial where I'm about to be home again like new edition. My foot is solely fit for the shoe it fits in. Use the record of the basement that Rennie grew his piff in. When Pop turns over the keys like a new ignition. If Hove's Jordan, I guess I'm cool with pinching. If Hove's Jordan, I guess I'm cool with pimping. Till I mention I want to play a new position. No team playing, no screen sitting. Because I want to win games, coach. I'm through assisting. The take's over, break's over, nigga. And I'ma keep killing them until the day that Drake's over. The wait's over. The tape's coming. They bullshitted, but I am equipped with great plumbing. The human mentality's so eager to hate something and try to play it off like it ain't jumping. It's the predicament that you found Drake in. The condo that I just purchased is sound vacant, 'cause I have just been sitting in the cell thinking about what I could have done to make my first video groundbreaking. And whenever I'm flowing on the mic, aside the D that I'm throwing in your wife, I treat this one session as it was my last, and I pretend tomorrow is the day I'm going in for life like that. Oh man, you tell him, Drizzy. You tell him. Okay, no more lyrics, but you catch the drift, man. The way he delivers it obviously sounds better than when I'm doing it, but you get the point. I mean, there's so many dope tracks on here. You know, talking about that Ethiopian woman on that nice Where To from Now Dilla song. Obviously, people who are J Dilla trilogists, I've seen the comments. J Dilla traditionalists are just like, so he's just gonna freestyle over that? That's disrespectful. Man, shut up. If T3 of Slum Village is not offended and Elzai is not offended, you shouldn't be either. But let's get to the highlight of this mixtape, Ransom. Even though this is not an official track on that, I put it in there for the sole purpose that this happened right after Man of the Year was recorded. Man of the Year was a nice, it was a nice bar, talking about, Mariah mentioned his line was predictable. He got you shitting bricks. Quit the bull. Okay, that was lame, but still, just a couple of lines out there where it was pretty dope. And Wayne on the hook was nice. And while Wayne was at the end talking that dumb nigga shit for a few seconds, it was still fun. But Ransom, when Drake and Wayne are going bar for bar, oh my God. You want to talk about flames, man. I'm not rapping any lyric on this one. No lyrics are getting posted on this video either. You motherfuckers are going to click the link below and listen to the song yourself if you have not heard the first time Lil Wayne and Drake has collaborated. I'm pretty sure old school Drake fans would co-sign this and tell you that this is what made them great. The fact that they went back to back to back to back, bar for bar. Obviously Drake had one verse and Wayne had one verse, but both of them were just so hot. You know, I'm not even going to tell you any bar on this one. You just have to listen to it. It just wouldn't do justice. But it just, this was, oh my God. There's nothing else I could tell you, man. Now, I'll tell you this right now. The cons of this mixtape was some of the songs were short. I just said, like, some of them lasted 2 minutes. Some of them lasted a minute, less than 2 minutes. I mean, literally, the longest song on this album is 4 minutes and 52 seconds. And that song got cut short. And the song mentioned is Think Good Thoughts. And this will get to my major problem with this mixtape. Because clearly you heard it at the end of the song. Or supposedly. As an Elzhi fan, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Elzhi fans felt this too. You listen to the original version, you have Fonte, you have Drake who does a great job on his verse. You have Fonte who does his verse, although they didn't record it together in the studio. Fonte mails in his verse, kills it, destroys it. You know, just talking about how he's from the South, but he's not traditional like most South rappers. You know what I mean? You can think what you want, but I think you've been watching too much BET Uncut. Like, Fonte does a good job on this track. Then you have Elzhi, who does a great job on this album. Kills it. His verse is like a metaphor on books. Literally, a metaphor on books and reading. But he stays on topic, and it was really dope. So if you heard that song, that's great. If you're a first time Drake fan and you hear this on a mixtape, you won't hear Elzhi's voice. You will not hear Elzhi's voice at all. And that right there, my friends, is a major strike. You see, Drake's excuse for why he didn't put Elzhi in this song was because he didn't pay Ninth Wonder for the beat yet. Drake, if that is the case, don't put the song on the mixtape then. Otherwise, it makes you look bad. I'm pretty sure Elzhi got paid for it, but still, you know, I mean, glad to see that Elzhi's still giving him his props and not, you know, bitter about it. But come on, Drake. No, that's a major strike for that. You literally pissed off a lot of Elzhi fans for doing that shit. So yeah, although that was the last rap song on the album, while, you know, Missing You was a nice remix verse from Trey Songz, and Teach You a Lesson was more of a quiet freestyle, and Man of the Year was just another freestyle, whatever, you know, Wayne on the beat. You know what I mean? Most of them, you had, like I said, the Cardinal, the Barry Bonds Going In for Life. Most of them are just freestyles, or, you know, tracks where Drake was rapping. But regardless, this was Think Good Thoughts, the actual track on the album. Actual last track on the album where Drake was rapping on a produced beat. But like I said, Drake, you didn't have to do that, and you get a strike for that. You actually lose points for that, because I think Elzhi fans would like to be introduced to new fans, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that you're scared of Elzhi out rapping you, but you know, my thing is, you could have kept that verse in there. You could have still paid Ninth Wonder, because yeah, you didn't pay him when this mixtape came out, but you could have paid him. I mean, but at least Drake gave Elzhi and Ninth Wonder the actual credit they deserve on this album, so that's good. But regardless, you still lose points, because you're better off doing what you were doing. Now, with that being said, other than that, like I said, this is a really, 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 really dope project. And, you know, you could say Drake was using Joe Budden style. I definitely hear a lot of Joe Budden style in this one. Does he steal from him? That's not me to say. I mean, obviously, this was the time when Drake was using that BlackBerry. That's for sure. You know, that BlackBerry that Drake was using to rap on in Funkmaster Flex show. Yeah, that one. You know, before he lost it, as said on So Far Gone. But regardless, Drake was just coming out with dope raps. And this was definitely a step up. This was pretty much, although like I said, the previous one was Drake's first mixtape. This is the first time Drake has been introduced to by American artists. Like, Drake was promised. Like, this was a promising career for Drake. And this is definitely appreciation from Drake. And this just lets you know that Drake was definitely hungry at the time lyrically. And like I said, y'all can talk about him writing his rhymes, blah, blah, blah. But one thing's for sure. But way before those rumors came up, I think it's safe to say before he got signed to Young Money, everybody was fucking with Drake. And that's all I pretty much have to say about that. Okay. Finally, the overall rating, I would give this, I was going to give this a 9 out of 10, but because of that fiasco with Elzhi and taking him out your mixtape, you lose a point for that. So this album is still a good album, or this mixtape is still a good mixtape, and it gets an 8 out of 10. A lot better than Room for Improvement. So obviously this major strike didn't necessarily hurt the mixtape. It just, you know, you just lost points. But I'm pretty sure Drake isn't losing sleep for this like Elzhi isn't, or Ninth Wonder. And if you're a new Drake fan, check it out. You'll enjoy it, I promise. And I also want to add, this is the only comeback season interview that this is the only comeback season mixtape that I actually reviewed. You know, this is the only one reviewed that's on YouTube. Please, if y'all looking for a review on this mixtape, I'm the only one. That one YouTuber that decided to troll you to talk about how much he does not like Drake. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys had to watch that video too. But just like Room for Improvement, this is also my first review as well. So with that being said, check it out if you are a Drake fan. You'll like it, I promise. Especially if you are into quote unquote flex Drake. Shout out to Dev from the Me channel. Check it out, man. Drake has a lot of bars and a lot of flow, a lot of delivery. Whether y'all think it's written or not, definitely before Quentin Miller came in, if y'all want to use that excuse, you know, enjoy it. You'll like it, I promise that. This is Shake Master J signing off with a crotch grab. Peace.